Welcome to the OT Tip of the Month. This month, I want to share some information with you about using weighted objects in your classroom. It's really fun to see weighted blankets being available commercially at places like Target, and yet with its increased popularity, I don't see that people have a better understanding of what weighted objects do, how much weight should they be using, and what should a wear schedule be for the maximum benefit of using that tool. So those are some things I want to cover with you today. First of all, when we use weighted objects like a weighted ball, weighted lap pad, weighted blanket, a weighted vest, putting heavy objects in a backpack to make a weighted backpack, when we use those tools, we're activating our proprioceptive system. This is one of our senses in our body that helps with body awareness. When we activate the system, it can be very regulating for the nervous system. So if we're in a high arousal state, like frustrated, mad, overly silly, or a low arousal state like tired, bored, sad, using weighted objects and activating our proprioceptive system can bring us into a more regulated state. So that's why it's a great, easy tool to use in the classroom. One of the tools that I really like is a weighted ball. This one is 5 pounds, but they can go up as many as 8, 10 pounds. They can go lower, as low as 2 pounds. And what you want to keep in mind when you're choosing the amount of weight, whether it's for a ball, a lap pad, a backpack, a blanket, is that you want it to be about 5 to 10% of their body weight. So if you're working with pre-K kindergartners, that's going to be a much lower weight than if you're working with middle school, high schoolers. Recognize that each person is different and there's different shapes and sizes. So just on average, students will tell you if it's too much or too little, and then that will help you kind of gauge if you need to get heavier or lighter objects as well. Now, with a weighted ball, a couple of fun activities that you can do with a weighted ball. One is to use it as a talking tool. So whether it's in morning meeting or advisory, if they have the weighted ball, they're the ones that get to talk. You can also use it when students raise their hand to answer a question. You can throw them the ball, they hang on to the ball, and again, it's kind of the talking tool. I have a lot of classrooms that like to play silent ball, so swap your regular ball for a weighted ball is an easy thing to do to work this into your routine. I also have some students that like to roll the ball on their desk like this, or roll it back and forth on their lap, so it can be a useful tool in the classroom individually as well. Probably the most popular option for weighted objects in the classroom is a weighted lap pad. So it's the same idea as a weighted blanket, just much smaller, intended to sit right on the student's lap and use it while listening and learning. The key to successful use of this type of tool is to have it on for 20 minutes and off for 20 minutes. The reason is otherwise our body habituates to this information, and we want the body to go, oh, this is something new and different. It helps me feel more regulated. So that on again, off again schedule really helps it stay novel to the body and actually work to regulate the nervous system. So I hope you try these weighted objects in your classroom to help with regulation.